My roommate said I was delulu for thinking her boyfriend was recording me in the shower until the police knocked on our door. Living with Kayla used to be fun. We'd do face masks and watch Love Island reruns. Then her boyfriend Alberto entered the picture 3 months ago. He's objectively cute, 6 feet 2 inches, tatted, works in tech, but he gives me the ick. Kayla's obsessed with him though, in an unhealthy way. Last month she accused me of wearing my good leggings when he's over. Now every time I exist in common spaces, she thinks I'm trying something. I literally hide in my room when he visits to avoid her speculating over nothing. But according to Kayla, that's me playing hard to get. The problem started small. Alberto would accidentally walk in when I was doing skincare in the bathroom. "Oh, sorry, didn't know you were in here," he'd say, even though the door was clearly closed with the light on. I mentioned it to Kayla. Her response? "Maybe you should lock the door if you don't want people seeing you." Then his weird comments started. "Your hair smells different today," he said once, standing way too close in the kitchen. I switched shampoos that week. When I told Kayla it made me uncomfortable, she laughed. "He's just being friendly. Not everyone's hitting on you, babe." The bathroom incidents escalated. I caught Alberto messing with our bathroom door handle one night, jiggling it back and forth, just checking if it's loose, he said. The next morning, the lock wouldn't work. "I'll fix it this weekend," Alberto promised. That weekend turned into 2 weeks. During those 2 weeks, he accidentally walked in on me 3 times. Once while I was mid-shower, shampoo in my hair. "Oh shit, sorry, didn't hear the water," he said. But he lingered for a second too long before leaving. The second time, I was wrapped in just a towel. "My bad. Door wasn't locked," he laughed. "It couldn't be locked. He'd broken it." The third time, I just turned off the water. He walked in immediately, like he'd been waiting outside. "Thought you were done," he said, even though steam was still billowing out. My skin crawled. Kayla's reaction? "You're literally obsessed with him. You think he wants you so bad." Things got darker. Alberto mentioned my new back tattoo at dinner. It's small, lower back, only visible without clothes. Kayla showed me pictures, he claimed. Kayla looked confused, but went along with it. Later, she screamed at me, "Stop trying to trap him. He probably saw it when your shirt rode up. Why are you trying to make him seem creepy?" I started showering at weird hours. Midnight, 5 a.m. Somehow, Alberto would always need something from our bathroom right after. "Forgot my contact solution," he'd say at 1 a.m. I installed a door stopper. Kayla removed it, said I was being psycho and hostile to her boyfriend. The breaking point came when I found a receipt in our trash. Mini wireless camera, $89.99, purchased 2 weeks ago, right when our bathroom doorknob was fixed. I showed Kayla immediately. "That could be from anywhere. He builds computers, he needs cameras for streaming. You're so desperate to break us up. What's next? You're gonna say he has videos of you? You wish he wanted to see you naked that badly." I stood there, speechless. She continued, getting louder. "You've been single for how long? Alberto told me you walk around in towels when he's here. He's uncomfortable but too nice to say anything. You're practically throwing yourself at him." I actually think he is taking pictures of me in the shower. She called me delulu and slammed her door. But that night, I said screw it. I went to the bathroom and stuck my phone flashlight up to the vent. My heart stopped. A tiny lens reflected back. I took a photo, then another of the receipt. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't jealous. I was being watched by a creep whose girlfriend would rather protect him than her roommate. Before I even left the bathroom, I heard someone banging on the door. "Police! Open up!" My heart was still racing from finding the camera. Kayla stumbled out of her room, Alberto behind her in boxers. "What's happening?" she shrieked. 2 officers stood there. "Alberto Morrison, you're under arrest." "For what?" Kayla demanded, trying to block them. "We'll explain at the station." They cuffed Alberto right there. He didn't resist, didn't even look surprised, just stared at me with this weird, empty smile. Kayla was screaming about lawyers, about false arrests. I stood frozen, watching them take him away. It took 3 weeks to learn the truth. The detective called me in to identify items. 43 cameras. Not just our apartment, every girlfriend's place he'd been. But that wasn't the worst part. They found the drives. Hundreds of folders, each labeled with a woman's name and daily schedule. Mine was there. So were Kayla's sister, her mom, her 17-year-old cousin who visited last month. He wasn't selling them, the detective said quietly. He was creating deepfakes. Kayla's mom sent him $30,000 to keep hers offline.